Did you growing up ever have imaginary friends?
I have imaginary friends now.
Okay, but did you have them when you were growing up too?
No, you know what? I had these kind of like dreams and stuff, like daydreams of things like being a celebrity or something, or like being on like Conan O'Brien or some shit.
Oh,
But not really necessarily like a dude. Like I was like, yo, what's up? Donald.
well, that's just like imagining things in your mind. And like I do that all the time. Sometimes dude, sometimes because me and I grew up playing competitive soccer. Sometimes I would get lost and I'm almost like day walking. You know what I mean? Not like sleepwalking, but like day walking. And I'm pretending I'm playing soccer in my head and I'm in another room. You know what I mean? Like just like daydreaming. It's crazy. So, but like imaginary friends. So apparently my sister did have imaginary friends and shit got kind of real. Like my mom told me a story. She was just like, I don't know what to do here. Like she's visibly speaking to somebody that is not in the room and is asking us to like make an action in regards to them. Just like, oh, hey, Donald dropped his cup. Mom, can you get him a new one? And blah, blah, blah. And she's like, sure, honey. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And so that she was really young and apparently it had something to do with like Smurfs and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's crazy to think that like kids are straight up hallucinating at a young age, basically, and either making these people up because I think you've seen them.
Because I think it is pretty common, right? Yeah. Like it's like tons of that's how they do their tea parties and play with their dolls and toys and things like that. Like legit, like I think that's a pretty common thing, and maybe in particular if there was no one else around. Right, I'm the youngest of three, so there's always
someone to play with,
someone around to play with. Yeah, especially when you have a brother as well who's a few older. So it is like, and then you're the younger one who's going, oh, he's doing something cool. I want to do something cool. I'll make you want to. You have to tag along and all that sort of shit. So there's no real room or necessity for an imaginary friend. But I'm assuming probably a lot of only children or first children do because they're like sitting around there, the brain is just wandering because like imagine being in a kid's brain, like learning things for the first time, like because my sister just had her first about a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
And she's done so much research and she's already brilliant as it is. So she looks into a lot of this stuff and very scientifically. And apparently it's one of those things why they have a lot of these phases, especially in the first 1, 2, 3 years. And they have these weird spurts and then they call them phases, obviously, that are like the cognizant adult brain couldn't even grasp what they're going through. Because it's like so fucking insane. You're like, oh, the color red.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Wait. Red mixed with blue makes purple?
Yeah. Like
and your fucking mind.
Yeah. You're seeing this in like real time. And you're just like,
those are mind-blown moments as a kid. If you think about it, if you could, because you don't remember now, but imagine going back and just everything is mind blown. Like the first magic trick as a kid. You know, those easies. Oh, something behind your ear, the coin behind the ear, mind blown. You're like, where the fuck did you get that quarter from?
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Are you driving planes?
Mate, are you taking the fucking piss, mate?
No, it's true, right? Because it would just be so like insane because like, and especially when you're super duper young, as my niece is, you can't communicate it. You can't be like, yo, mom, this is fucked up. You're going. I
don't like that, mom.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you.
But I can't tell you. I have no other outside of taking a wamp in my fucking panties and howling at the moon and with tears. I can't communicate anything to you.
Yeah. Imagine years later, she'd be like, "Mom, that thing you did back in the day, really annoying. I was trying to tell you to cut it out, but I was too young."
Well, that would be like some start of like a horror film or whatever, where like the door opens up and then the kid's just like a silhouette in there, and then they always do that sing or whatever. Come out to play, Mom. I didn't like what you did when I was 2 years
Mommy
old.
was bad.
Exactly. And then they go and it's always some sort of weird fucking being. There's always like an entity in those things, eh?
I don't fucks with entities. I don't fucks with ghosts. I don't fucks with spirits.
And I mean in real life, not even in movies. Like I am fucking terrified of that shit.
Yeah, me too. That we could talk about that another time. In fact, we should, because like I don't mess around with that stuff. We have a great story about that at your place too. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that in the old.
Yeah, put that in the noodle. But anyways, I guess the thing, rerouting back to the point, which is obviously the topic of conversation, is I'd say that's a pretty common thing for people to sort of get solace in their, time alone and development as a child, because they're like thinking about things and they're filling up this time and it's sort of natural to be like, oh, I'm gonna like make this thing up right now in order to make me feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, 100%. And now that you said that, there's people out there that still do that, and they're grown people. Like they have like, I'm sure I think I've met 2 or 3 people that for sure have imaginary girlfriends.
Guarantee.
They're always talking about this girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, she's in Sweden, but I mean, like when I do get to see her, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's again. It's just like, oh yeah, she's half Scandinavian, half German. We have a lot in common.
Yeah. So it's like it's the camp situation. Oh yeah. My girlfriend, I met her at camp in the summer.
Oh yeah, remember camp? Yeah. So I see her once a summer.
Yeah.
But she's still my girlfriend.
Yeah, and she gave me I got to first base with her. And there's always, you just know the guys are just full of shit.
Yeah, it's funny when someone comes back from camp and they comes back to school, like landed second base, man. That fucking summer camp, it was tight. You know that what they're saying, just like struggled to have the confidence to speak to a girl, made eye contact, fucking right.
And it's super easy, right? Because you always go to camp outside of the city or even further away at that. So you're just like, I can come back with just these epic tales of my like 11-year-old sexcapades, apparently. And no one, and really no one.
We did it in a kayak, man. It was crazy.
Yeah. And no one's going to like say anything about it because they're going to be like, oh, no, you didn't prove it. And you're like, oh, like fucking I'm 11. I just poo-pooed in my pants.
Yeah, I still wet the bed, so why don't you believe
me? But then the irony of it, and we kind of we know firsthand from people's stories, when they do get older, so when they become the camp counselors, they're fucking depraved degenerates, eh? It's just a fuck fest.
It's an absolute fuck fest. It's like that show on Netflix, which I forget what it's called, but it's just
fuck
like
fest?
It's called Fuck Fest 3.
It's just like warm apple pie, eh?
Oh my Lord, man. Yeah, it's true. All the people that are don't trust camp counselors. When a camp counselor's like, don't worry, I'll babysit this weekend. Don't let them babysit your kid.
Yeah.
Right. They're not babysitting.
Well, because you know what? They're probably actually pretty good babysitters when they're actually doing their job. But really what they're doing is giving little Timmy some warm milk to put his ass to sleep and then bring over some of these hoes for some BJs that they met at camp.
Yeah. And they're puffing. They're puffing on that coral reef too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the strangest things, because these guys are full of shit and then they keep going back to camp until they eventually become a camp counselor and they're like, I never lied. It just developed later.
Yeah, yeah. That story I told you 15 years ago did happen.
Just happened last week.
Just last week.